Guys, the future appears gloomy, yes. More and more cities are becoming congested as their population continues to grow. There isn't much more room for growth. And in order to make room for new infrastructure, architects and designers are exploring other methods. As a result, they are taking their designs to the sky, obviously in the form of skyscrapers. These skyscraper plans are excellent examples of environmentally friendly buildings in addition to pushing the envelope of architectural design. In addition to being stunning, iconic lighthouses in fantastic cities, these 10 buildings are constructed with a variety of systems to recycle garbage, harness natural resources, optimize space and natural sunshine, and so on. So without wasting much time, sit tight as I take you through the top 10 futuristic skyscrapers in the world. Number 10. Coal Power Plant Mutation. The 3 long tubular legs of the skyscraper coal cleaner are built around the factory's chimneys, and they come together high in the air to share a biofiltering region that has also balloons to catch and trap waste particles. The structure is composed of several carbon fiber steel props that are fastened to the power plant's existing base by a carbon fiber steel mesh. The skyscraper chimneys reach a height of 1,000 meters, and as the smokestack pollution rises through them, tubes with different kinds of air filters of different densities are positioned at various heights. While filters higher up the chimneys are biofilters, the lower filters for carbon dioxide exhaustion employ synthetic carbon fixation methods. The chimneys are outfitted with carbon and vapor catching and filtration systems at the very top to prevent the fumes from entering the atmosphere. They are constructed with horizontal air pipes that are solely connected to the outside. The water that results from the condensation of the vapors on them is collected and distributed back to the base. Number 9. Himalaya Water Tower. Building a skyscraper in the Himalayas has its benefit. During the rainy season, the long pipes can collect water and store it for future use. This will help regulate the flow of water all year round for the residents. Located high in the Himalayan range, the Himalaya Water Tower is a skyscraper that stores water and helps control how it is distributed to the ground below when the natural water supplies of the mountains diminish. The skyscraper, which can be mass-produced, will collect rainwater, purify it, turn it into ice, and then store it for use later. While it can be utilized to assist in times of present drought, it is also meant to store abundant water for future generations. The water delivery schedule will change as needed to meet the demands of the population below. 6 stem-like pipes that twist and spiral together to collect and store water make up the lower portion of the Himalaya Water Tower. These pipes strengthen as they take in their maximum amount of water, much like a plant's stem. A core tube is surrounded by levels and levels of cells that hold the water in each of the 6 stems. Frozen storage is done in the portion of the building that is visible above the snow line. In order to create 4 steel tubes filled with ice, 4 gigantic cores hold up steel cylinder frames that, like the stems below, hold levels that radiate out. Mechanical systems that purify water, help freeze water when weather circumstances can't, and control the distribution of water and ice throughout the structure are located between the 2 portions. Number 8. Air at Port Skyscraper. Why not construct an airport 450 meters above the ground given the massive amount of land required to construct one? From the ground up, visitors will be taken to the airport via vertical air buses. According to a recent survey, 97% of Chinese airports will need to be rebuilt by 2023, which would have a significant impact on costs and land use difficulties. Beijing is presently preparing to build a second airport to address these issues. The Air at Port's architects suggest building an airport 450 meters in the air instead of using valuable land for new airport construction. The airport is built on top of the bases of several slender towers, each of which has a large platform that connects them and supports the runways and other airport amenities above. There are numerous immediate advantages to placing an airport city so far above the ground. Because the platform is so far above, there won't be any height constraints on the buildings constructed there, allowing for a development that will be highly stimulating and creative. Additionally, since the wind speed is higher, 450 meters above sea level than it is at sea level, The runway's length can be successfully decreased to save space. Number 7. Crater Scraper. As the Earth endures the effects of significant asteroid collisions, the Crater Scraper project is an envisaged solution for the healing of the planet's surface. Depending on the size of the crater, asteroid craters could be filled with man-made towns housing a variety of sized communities. Crater scrapers have a center core that connects the entire town both vertically and horizontally, much like how cities traditionally begin at a core and spread outward. From the bottom of the crater to the Earth's surface, elevator systems connect infrastructure vertically. At the top, a different transit system connects the community over the area of the filled-in indentation. People walk the entire length of the city on foot from the bottom up. This is how the Earth will function if we ever survive an asteroid attack, according to the architects. The craters are there to make room for settlements and shield them from assaults. The perforations in the roof allow sunlight to enter, which acts as insulation and a water-catching device. Number 6. Akash Skyscraper. The design resembles a tree with widely spaced branches. Due to its height, there are livable apartment units that offer a fantastic view of the city. In crowded cities, the terrace will aid in air purification. This proposal, which suggests placing floating building clusters high in the skies above Mumbai, one of the world's most congested cities, is inspired by the Hindi word for sky, Akash. The entire complex is made up of tree-like buildings that start at nodes everywhere across the city, grow into the sky, and then branch out into broad, floating modules that combine to form a cityscape without any roads. Helium balloons in the form of clouds carry the majority of the structural load. Nodes only transmit a small portion of it to the ground. Number 5. Crescent Moon Tower. The design team made the decision to use the crescent shape because it is a common emblem throughout the Islamic world, staying true to Dubai's cultural legacy. According to its model, Dubai's Crescent Moon Tower, which is awaiting formal clearance, is intended to be a half-moon shaped tower that is not only spectacular, but also a major tourist attraction around the world. Dubai already has some iconic structures such as the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, and the Dubai Mall, which is also the largest building in the world. But despite this, the city's quest to add amazing structures never seemed to end, as the Dubai Crescent Moon Tower will be the latest and tallest according to the proposal submitted by the American design firm Transparent House. The Crescent Moon Tower is proposed to be erected in Zahabil Park in Dubai. The half-moon shape is intended to represent the crescent moon used as an Islamic mark. Number 4. Biotic Arch. Biotic Tech, the architectural firm GPT Plus, created Skyscraper City. According to the firm, quote-unquote, within a future tendency of global urbanization and technological progress, Skyscraper City will become a common landscape. But in the context of today's economic, ecological, and energy crisis, the challenge is to design large-scale buildings that are adaptable and responsive to different environmental conditions. This lush tower mimics an enormous vertical garden. The building will contribute to absorbing as much of the city's carbon emissions as it can. The Biotic Arch generates all of its own electricity using renewable energy sources like bio, sun, and wind energy sources. Number 3. City in the Sky. South-central China's Changsha is home to the 838-meter-tall projected skyscraper known as Sky City 1. The potential architect's broad sustainable building predicted that construction would take just 90 days. The total time needed was 210 days, including the 120 days needed for prefabrication before on-site work started. After extra clearances were needed from government officials, pre-construction activities were put on hold in August 2013. Number 2. World of Chlorophyll. IAMZ Design Studios' World of Chlorophyll project is an idea for a hypothetical skyscraper that will contain residences in the near future. Their major idea is centered on all residential units and has the units like leaves that grow mostly from the columns. In this manner, the structure reflects nature and, in keeping with it, also facilitates simple construction. Environmental considerations were included in the project's main uses, which included commercial, residential, administrative, hotel, and entertainment. These features included the installation of indirect lighting and natural ventilation with sunlight passing through the units. The featured dwelling units were projected in this way by the design team. The units depict leaves that protrude from the columns, just as the columns represent tree stems. Because sunlight easily enters the units, the building enjoys natural ventilation. Number 1. The cloud. A pixelated cloud connects the middle of these two residential skyscrapers. The public garden can be opened on the ground floor thanks to the cloud. The Yongsan International Business District, also known as Yongsan Dream Hub, is a $27 billion project that was slated to be constructed on the Han River's banks next to Yongsan Station in the 560,000 square meters Yongsan district in the heart of Seoul, South Korea. The design's goal is to include a public program with both public and private places for dining establishments, gardens, and swimming pools. Alright guys, this wraps up our video for today. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please do well to give it a thumbs up and also tap on the subscribe button. See you later, bye!